Well, welcome back. We are seeing temperatures in the low to mid 80s around the region right now. Light wind, it says variable, but it's predominantly coming in from the northwest. That's where it should kind of stay as we go through tonight and into tomorrow before it becomes a little more variable. Not much to track either on the radar. That's been the case all throughout the month of October. Maybe we'll get a little bit of a rain chance over the weekend. More on that in a little bit. So today, let's go ahead and recap. First off, this 50 here. That's not what I've seen. I've checked National Weather Service's website. I saw 52 there. Don't think we got down to 50 last night. Either way, 52 closer to the average. 87 for this afternoon. That's toasty. That is 11 degrees above the normal for this time of year. It's been a warm day. Going to be a mild evening, spending a lot of it in the 60s. We'll spend it in the 70s for the supper time hours, but we should get in the 50s after midnight, going with a low of about 51, I believe, for us in Macon. We'll take a look at that in just a second. The mosquitoes, not as many tonight with there being a little less humidity, but that does kind of ramp up a little bit more as we approach the weekend. So if you're the person in your group of friends or family that tends to get bit the most, have that insect repellent ready. It's mainly during the sunset hours. Once you get into overnight, not a big concern. 51 degrees for the low, as mentioned, which is pretty close to the average, and 51 would be cooler than what we got to last night. Northwest wind around 5 miles per hour, so mainly low to mid 50s out there, which should be a degree or two cooler than what we saw last night and into today. So here's a cold front that's been kind of moving through and pulling in that wind from the northwest, and it doesn't last very long with this high pressure approaching from the northeast. That's going to lead that wind to be kind of shifty tomorrow, a little variable during the afternoon, and then resolving out of the southwest heading into our Friday night. So muggier tomorrow, definitely warm for us on Saturday ahead of the front coming through. I think we'll push into the upper 80s around the region with that wind kind of out of the west. And then we get into our Sunday, and that's when we get a little more cloud cover, temperatures a bit cooler, and yes, you do see that there are a couple of rain chances in there. So yeah, nothing super widespread, but a couple of showers will be possible over the back half of the weekend. Through tonight, we'll keep it dry. Again, a little cooler than last night. The wind, I know this is showing northeast. I expect it to be more north-northwest heading into tomorrow. Then it becomes variable with that high pressure approaching. That will lead it to be out of the south. You'll eventually see that more out of the southwest heading into tomorrow evening. And then we will eventually see some pretty mild nights into the weekend, right? We're thinking mid to upper 50s tomorrow night, upper 50s, maybe low 60s for your Saturday night into Sunday after an afternoon that does feature a little bit of cloud cover, right? We get a little more moisture going, we get some clouds in the afternoon, and highs will probably be a couple degrees higher than the numbers you just saw. I've got Macon down for 88 on Saturday, 85 for tomorrow. That wind, light and variable. And here you go. For the rest of the region, our warm spots will probably be again somewhere like McRae or Abbeville. Your extended forecast is coming up in 10 seconds. Your 41 NBC AccuWeather 7-day forecast is brought to you by Volume Chevrolet. So warm into the weekend before that cold front comes in. Low 80s, maybe a couple of upper 70s on Sunday. And then a couple of days early next week where we are in the 70s. But notice the lows do not get out of the 50s. So this is not a major cold front at all. And we're going to be above average for Halloween.